Hello and welcome to Yoga with Christy Ellen. I'm Christy. I wanted to put together a practice to help us become a little bit more accepting of ourselves and a little bit kinder and more compassionate to ourselves. I'm sure like many of you, when I was younger, I tended to dwell on all the ways that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't smart enough, I wasn't pretty enough, I wasn't thin enough. Basically, whatever it was, I just wasn't enough. So I had such self-sabotaging thought patterns that I had basically spiraled myself into a severe depression and caused a lot of unnecessary anxiety. I had basically become my own worst enemy. Who needs an enemy when you have thoughts like that running through your head? So it was so bad that I didn't even want to be around myself, and I couldn't imagine why anybody would want to be around me when I felt this bad about myself. So discovering yoga was really my saving grace and has really helped me. Yoga's philosophies and the underpinnings of yoga brought me to discover meditation and mindfulness. And I would be lying to you if I told you that I was 100% better at these self-deprecating thoughts, but it has gotten much better. I mean, they're still there. There are these thought patterns that still eke up because they're patterns and they're habits. So while I'm not perfect at it, I have learned to really quell this negative thinking through this dedicated practice, through meditation, through mindfulness, and through really discovering my heart center through my practice. So if any part of what I've said resonates with you, then welcome to this class. This is what we're here for as yoga teachers. And I can tell you from my personal experience that you are better than what you think you are, that you are smarter than what you think you are, and that you're much stronger than what you think you are. We are powerful beings. And I just hope that you can begin to discover that in yourself. So with that said, go ahead and get yourself set up. If you wanted to have a pillow, we will be starting in a lying position. So if you're more comfortable with the pillow, please feel free to grab that. But go ahead and make yourself comfortable, and I'll meet you down on your back. So we'll start on our backs, knees bent. Maybe just wiggle your hips a little bit. Make sure that everything feels comfortable within the lower portion of the body. And then allow your arms to wrap across your upper body. Taking some deep breaths here, breathing deeply into the hips. Feel an expansion as you inhale, softening. And as you exhale, relaxing, calming the body. Feeling protected and safe. Invite a gentle smile onto your lips. With each inhalation, feel the pelvis expand. And each exhalation, noticing a gentle lifting. Not trying to force anything, we're just observing our body. Feeling the warmth our arms create around our heart centers. And beginning to imagine a beautiful, brilliant red light deep within the pelvis. A light filled with love. Light filled with stability and rooting. Allowing the light to travel into your body. Up into the heart. Filled with kindness, filled with compassion for ourselves. Each exhalation, emptying the body, any tension, any anger, any negativity. And each inhalation, drawing in that sense of love and compassion, allowing to fill the body down to its pores, to its cellular level. Noticing any thoughts coming into your mind. And if they do continue to be negative or self-deprecating, please take the time to acknowledge that and then just let them go. Coming back to the light, coming back to the breath, back to that sense of filling the body with love, kindness, compassion. If you haven't, you can smile now. If it feels hard and forced, that's okay. Sometimes it does. We just take the time to appreciate our bodies, appreciate our hearts. And then you can begin to release that. If you'd like to hold that for a little bit longer, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, begin to draw the knees into the body, giving them a hug, soften into the low back, relax the shoulders, rock back and forth. Creating a little gentle movement here. Still keeping our intention and gentle awareness on the red light that we created deep in our bodies. And then place your legs down towards the ground. Let's take our right leg and we'll cross it over the left and thread your right hand through, grasping onto the back of the left hamstring. Gently draw the toes back. We're just getting a nice opening through the right hip here. We hold so much tension there. Our hips tend to be the jump door of our emotions. So let's just take an opportunity to send a sense of appreciation to them. Again, filling them with that sense of love and kindness. If that feels like it's plenty for you, you can just continue to hold there. Otherwise, begin to shift your legs over towards the left. Relaxing the shoulders as you go. Maintaining your gentle smile. Breathing in softness. And release that down to the ground. Widen the feet about mat width apart. Gently rock the legs back and forth. Just like little windshield wipers. And then heel toe back to the center. Let's take our left leg, cross it over the right. And this time the left hand will thread through, grasping on behind the right hamstring. Flex the toes back. Breathing into the outer left hip. Softly, gently. If this is really tight and you're having any negative thoughts towards that, again, connect with those. Notice what's happening with the mind. And then bring your attention back to those thoughts of love and kindness. And then begin to shift your legs over towards the right if that feels like that works for your body. If not, just continue to hold and breathe. Bring the legs back, uncross, place the legs down onto the ground, hands come over the heart center gently, windshield the legs back and forth once again. Smiling, allowing the body to be filled with love and kindness. And then bring the legs back up, heel toe to the center, roll to your side, and we'll come back into an extended child's pose. Curl your toes under, getting a nice stretch on the soles of the feet. Walk the hands forward as you shift the hips back. Ground into the base of your index finger and your thumb. Gently walk the fingers away and begin to sway, rocking your heart center. Just like you're rocking in a hammock, back and forth. Feel yourself sinking and settling into the chest. Watching the face, watching your jaw, keeping it nice and soft. And then walk your hands back up, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, feet underneath the hips. You cats and cows, warming up the spine. Inhale, heart center up, exhale, arching underneath. Keeping your awareness on your heart, allowing it to be gently rocked. Moving with your breath, avoiding any tendency to want to rush. This is a time that we begin to slow down, to settle, connecting the body, the breath, the spirit. Walk your hands back just a little bit, continuing to flow. changing the movement slightly. Couple more. And then we'll bring the hands back onto the knees. If you need to widen a little bit, you can do that. Maybe sitting back and then gently rock back and forth. If this bothers your knees at all, continue to do a gentle cat-cow. Creating movement through the upper back, warming through the ribs, the shoulders, easing tension. Beautiful. From here, let's begin to walk ourselves back into extended child's pose, rocking back and forth. Walk your hands back towards the feet, coming onto the soles of the feet. Feet are parallel to each other. Allow the body to relax over the thighs. Clasp opposite hand to opposite elbow. Gently sway from side to side, opening up through the spine. Crown of the head reaches down towards the ground, creating space through the back of the body. And then from here, begin to press into the feet. Find the glutes engage as we slowly ragdoll up. As you slowly come up, we'll inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. Exhale the hands down to the heart center, allowing the hands to connect with the heart center. Pausing for a moment. And then from here, let's walk to the top of the mat, moving through a few sun salutations, allowing the body to warm up. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, take a dive, little bend to the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, step back with your right leg, lower the right knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up or hold the hands on the ground. Exhale, release. Take it back, either extended child's pose or down dog. If you want to be a little bit more gentle with yourself today, come into the extended child's pose. Then inhale for this wave of energy, bringing you forward into plank or knee plank. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, cobra, shoulder blades down and back. Just a little baby cobra here. Exhale, inhale, press up. Exhale, back, extended child's pose or downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, walk or jump your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Deep bend of the knees. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the heart. I'm doing that on the other side. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, dive. Lead with the heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Step back with the left. Choose to hold or inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. Exhale, release. Take it back, extend it or down dog. Listen to your body. Hold for a couple of breaths, grounding into the base of the index finger and the thumb. And inhale for this wave of energy coming from the heels, bringing you forward either into full plank or knee plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra, just use the back strength. Exhale, lay the heart center down in front of you. Inhale, press up. Exhale, back. Extended or down dog. Couple of breaths. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, walk or jump the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, reach the tailbone up. Deep bend of the knees, push into the feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, the hands to the heart. Take a moment to smile, to pause, and enjoy the sense of that heat and the heart beating deep within the body. And then from here, inhale, step the right leg back, warrior two. Nice, soft, steady gaze off through the fingertips. Allow your left sit bone to track towards the left heel, pressing into the pinky edge of the right foot. Let's take our hands, place them at the heart. As you inhale, think about pulling the energy up from the earth, that beautiful, brilliant red light. Feel it filling through the body. And then as you exhale, release some of it back down, but maintaining that sense on the light. From here, inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. As you exhale, point the toes away, coming into horseman's pose. Pressing into the pinky edges of the feet. I'd like you to place one hand on your heart and one on the belly. Squeeze the knees back. Breathing into the hands. You can close your eyes if you like to. yourself softening, settling. And then pressing the feet, inhale, come up. As you exhale, take warrior two to the other side. Soft steady gaze off the fingertips. That right sit bone tracks towards the heel. And then bring your hands to your heart. Relaxing the shoulders. Breathing in that beautiful light. Shoulders are relaxed. Just accepting where we are in this pose. Noticing any sensations, any emotions. Inhale, come up. As you exhale, point the toes away once again into horseman's pose. If you'd like to be a little bit more challenged, you can sit down more deeply. If you're taking it easy, just go ahead and stay up high. Hands come to the heart, hands come to the belly. Squeeze the knees back. Deep breaths. Gentle smile. Sensing the body, sensing our emotions and our spirit. Inhale, press into the feet, come up, hands to the heart. Turn yourself back over to the left. Heel to heel alignment, coming into warrior one. The right hip begins to swing forward, bring the arms up and overhead. And then as you exhale, bring the arms around behind you, so you're coming into cactus arms. Open the heart center up towards the sky. Find that tailbone reaching down, lengthening through the low back. Imagine yourself kind of easing over a pillow, draw the jaw back. Feel that radiant red light, providing stability, love, compassion for ourselves. Push into the back leg as you sink into the hips just a little bit more. And then inhale, bring the arms up. As you exhale, once again, turn yourself towards the front, bringing your hands down to the heart center. Rest the hands at the heart. Squeeze the knees open. Pressing them back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop that right heel back. Maybe the left leg back. Inhale, sweep up. Relax the shoulders down, pressing into that left foot. Allow the arms to come down to the cactus. Really feel the heart center opening, relaxing through the tops of the shoulders. Press into the feet. Inhale, drawing up love, compassion. Deep breaths. Inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. Exhale, turn your toes to the front. Bring the hands down towards the heart center once again. Bring the hands into Mula, or Lotus Mudra. Bring the pinkies together and the thumbs together. Extend the knees back, settling down. And then inhale, imagine this beautiful lotus flower emerging from the depths. That dark, murky pond, opening up fully and beautifully, accepting the sun, the energy of the earth. Couple more breaths. And then maintaining the energy in the hands, bring the hands back down towards the heart center. Inhale, come up. Exhale, turn yourself back to the top of the mat, step the feet forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, dive, leading with the heart center. Hold for just a couple of moments in Uttanasana. If you're really tight through the hamstrings, you might be up a little bit higher. Give the knees a bend. Allow the tailbone and the sit bones to reach up towards the sky, engaging the hamstrings, giving them a moment and an opportunity to open. From here, bring the hands down onto the ground. Step back, come into extended child's pose. Preparing to move into pigeon. Now, if pigeon is not accessible for you, please feel free to do thread the needle. We did that right at the beginning of this session. So from here, begin to shift the weight forward. Bring your right knee up between the hands. Take a look back at your left leg. Make sure it's pointing straight back. Roll the shoulder blades down and back. Now I have pretty tight hips, so if you're pretty flexible through the hips, your shin could be parallel with the top of the mat, but I just want you to listen and be very careful here. This is one of these poses where we can very quickly begin to drop into those negative think habits about our bodies. So be very mindful of that and be very gentle. If your back knee bothers you, press into the top of the foot, roll the shoulder blades back, And the chest is kind of puffed out. It's pigeon pose. It's kind of like you get to strut around like a little pigeon. Find the navel gently drawn to the body. Softening and settling. Feel a deep release through the outer right hip. If you'd like to, you can begin to come into a forward fold. If that doesn't feel good for you, just stay in an upright position. You can rest the forehead down onto the ground and extend the arms overhead. If that's too much, just come back to your forearms. Rocking gently back and forth. Bring our awareness to our hips. Bring our awareness back to our red light, back to that brilliant, beautiful sense of energy in the body, brooding, kindness, compassion. And walk your hands back up, curl the back toe under, move the back foot forward. Take the right leg out and extend the right leg back, just letting blood flow down to the toes. Back to center. And then let's do that on the other side. So bring your left knee up between the hands and then kind of move that left leg forward a little bit. Walk the right leg back, take a look back, make sure it's parallel. Coming onto the fingertips, inhale, kind of contract through the pelvis, lifting a little bit, and then as you exhale, you can settle down. Moving with the breath, find that low belly gently drawing in. A couple more breaths here. And if you're on your back and thread the needle, just keep your awareness on that outer hip. And then from here, choose to hold here or begin to walk the hands forward, either coming onto your forearms or extending the arms up and overhead, resting the forehead down onto the ground. Deep breaths. Taking this time to connect with your heart. Shoulders relax, soften the jaw. Listening to the body, observing your thoughts. Continue to hold here if you'd like to, otherwise we'll bring the hands back up, curl the back toe under, come back into an extended child's pose, reach the hips back, soften into the heart center, settling. Come on up and turn yourself onto your bottom, preparing to move into a seated child's pose. Bringing the soles of the feet together. If you need to widen the knees a little bit for space, you can do that, or you can hug them together, relax. Bring the hands towards the shoulders, and then soften the forehead down. Release into the back of the body. Find the back of the body releasing back in a nice stretch. And taking this time to connect with your heart center. What is your heart telling you today? Beginning to observe our thoughts, observing our tendencies. Are you able to stay present with the breath, present with the heart? Allowing the breath to massage the back of the body. And the upper back softening, creating space for even more love and even more compassion for ourselves to enter in. Couple more breaths. Each one filled with more love and compassion for ourselves than the last. Beautiful. And then bring yourself into a cross-legged position. Let's inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. Bring the hands down to the heart center. Placing the hands over the heart, sealing in this practice, sealing in the sense of love and compassion that you've created for yourself, realizing that you can connect with it at any moment throughout the day. It's always attainable for you. You just have to take a couple of breaths and allow that red light of stability and love to enter into the body. Namaste.